Boy, oh boy, Hus. Before this was announced, the day before, Lauren was taking me to work or whatever, right? And I was like, I find it very strange how Punch is the president of the label that SZA is on and her manager. Like, that seems like a conflict of interest in some sense. I always thought that shit was weird because it's like, nigga, how do you have my best interest at heart if you still on the other side? That's like you're not like you kind of the median between the label and me, but you are the label too. I always thought that shit was fucking weird, bro. And then the next day, she says she parting ways with him, which that shit is kind of wild to me because it's like she might be trying to get off of TDE herself. And by her getting off of TDE, she might go over there to be straight RCA or go over there to Kendrick and them. I don't know. I always thought that shit was fucking weird and how she was always holding up the music and she always would make reference to Punch and the label, but they're one and the same.
They sure right. So you're right. As far as everything he's saying, as far as like, it's weird. Not, what we should no. My bad, my fucking bad, my nigga. What we should really be thinking about is the fact of how he, like you said, he's all of this, and also she was having problems dropping at times. Like she would be like, "Nah, my album's ready," and better. Like the person that keeps the light on at the fucking label, the own. No offense, like Kendrick dropped when he wants. He can't necessarily keep the light on at the label, but that and to be like, I think her and all clearly have a relationship. Like I don't know if it's what type of relationship it is. My theory was the sub at Jersey, whether we want to call it a sub at Jersey or not. Her and Drake is still cool. Like they was remember they was at Sexy Red's baby thing, like as far as together they was. I think this was even almost during the beef, right? Am I tripping? Is my timeline mixed up? When Sexy Red had her baby was during or right before the beef, right?
Um, it was right before the beef. Rich Baby Daddies came out. All right, so I went and seen Drake February. The beef started like the end of March or mid March. So Rich Baby Daddies, I believe, came out like the video came out like 2 months before he started the tour with Cole. So I'm gonna say like December. I could double check, but what sub are you talking about that he has? And I also think I'm sorry, the sub that she has. I also think you're right. I wholeheartedly believe she's playing both sides, but because it's family over there in TDE, she leans more over to what's more convenient for her. Like, bro, niggas be catching her in lies all the time on on social media about her having this degree. Then it was more recently she had said married something happened and she was like, "Oh, it's Christmas, guys, for God's sakes." And then somebody commented was like, "Aren't you Muslim?" And I didn't know she grew up in the Muslim culture, um, which was something I never knew. But she has a Muslim dad and a Christian mom, so people trying to make light of that kind of situation too. So they try to catch her in a lot of like her lies, or they try to like poke at some of the stuff she do. I say all that to say I think that she is playing both sides, and at some point she was.
All right, she get on the label. She go to get Hmm. Hmm. Where she go? She is this a pod? Do we gotta stop? Where she go? She leave TDE. She can. All right. SZA is another anomaly as far as like real fans. For sure, she tours, whenever she does what she do, the label I'm pretty sure helps it, but she don't need it. I think we can agree on that. Well, I don't know now, right? Do Gorilla need it? Sub was Kendrick when on Simpsons album and shit, where they think that he talking about Drake or talking about don't mess with niggas prettier than you or whatever he said. Um, but I don't believe she should have to pick sides. Like she a girl, it ain't beef. She's not in it. She don't have. She's an R&B act. She's on TDE. Clearly, she has a real relationship with Obs. I don't feel like if if people that I consider family, or if all right, if my little sister's fucking with, I'm trying to think, if my little sister's fucking with somebody that I don't fuck with, I don't bring her in it unless it's real beef, like unless it's like somebody could die, right? So yeah, I believe she do wanna. I believe she wanted off the label when she was complaining years ago. Like literally, remember this is her third or fourth album, right? She complained. Remember, the second one took forever. She was on the Breakfast Club complaining. Yeah, it's been done. And then later, it was like all types of funny shit going on with to me, although it's, don't say Kendrick, the biggest person on the label. It's weird that they treat her like that. So I guess I would want off the label too. It's me, nigga. It's me. I'm literally keeping the lights on, bro. She barely complains. She just drops her little music. She does her little thing, and get show off her little body.
This kind of leads me to believe that she just outgrew Punch, right? And when I'm saying outgrew, I'm thinking along the lines of she's she's heading more into a pop star. So I don't think Punch is the pop star manager for her. Like he's essentially her Dave Free, but she might need, in her eyes, at this point in her career, she might need like a Scooter Braun at that point to kind of get her to the next level of being past R&B and more pop. Like, I mean, she kind of was like heading towards that. Even on this new album, like it's a couple pop records that I'm like, oh, this should sound like Starship or some shit like that.
Definitely, it's funny that you said that because I definitely was like, yo, does she go Scooter Brown? He could use that. He could really use that. He could really use that Scooter Braun or she. I kept saying he. Damn. Well, shit, they both could. He could use it more than her because, like you said, she's pretty much there. Like she's definitely a pop act now, judging by her numbers. Like, yeah. Um, is that fucked up though to get rid of the person that brought you here?
I wouldn't say it's fucked up, but I feel like it happens very often. I'm trying to think of I mean, Kanye, because Kanye got rid of John Monopoly at one point. Um, I'm not sure at what point he did get rid of them, but niggas do that shit all the time with management because they feel like they've hit their ceiling with that particular manager. Think about like think about how Kristen Jenner became I think she was Kanye manager at one point. I don't want to say she was Tiger manager, but it's just like certain people just you just evolve you feel like you're bigger than a box, so you outgrow the box, right? So you need someone that can expand you to different markets. You know that. So it's like it's for us morally it's fucked up because it's like the niggas that I started with is the niggas I'm gonna keep on going with and I'm gonna end with, but niggas are money hungry, so they don't really that loyalty don't really last when it comes to business. Niggas just look at it as business is business.
Yeah, actually, honestly, you all the way right, bro. You all the way right. It's a little fucked up though, but yeah, you definitely got to move on. They got, they have the ability to make her pop though, right? Like it's the rooms. He could get her in the rooms, and I feel like it's just a disconnect as far as like you said, him being the president and her manager at the same time.
It is fucked up um to do it to a person that because I want to go back. It is fucked up to do that to a person that got you in this position. Um, but think about the management that Drake has had over the years. I'm not sure who manages him now, but I know up until a point, Tez. Oh shit, Cortez was management for him, but he was also management of Wayne at one point, or was he his tour DJ? But Tez was his management. He got rid of Tez at one point. Why? Because Tez was connected to Young Money. So nigga, they do this shit fucking often. I'm so glad I went back to say this. Yes, they do this shit often. And when he got rid of Tez, he really became the real like pop star that he is now.
Yeah, Tez was the Young Money dude because I remember he signed J Mills um when that happened too. So yeah, I guess he was all of the Young Money manager.
So speculation time. She had this conversation with Drake. She had this conversation with Drake about her frustrations with the label, and he probably put the bug in her ear of, yo, why is the president of your label also your management? I did that before. I had to get rid of him. I had to get rid of him for me to be the pop star I am today.
So I didn't want to say it because I thought I was going to come off as a Kendrick hater. So I'm glad that you got to say it. But that's what I was alluding to when I kept saying they got a relationship.